Good evening and welcome to the third annual Mammoth Film Festival Celebrity Bowling Tournament.
Now what we've got here is some of the biggest stars in sports, music, entertainment, and of course, the movies. To come bowl their faces off at a chance at the coveted Mammoth Bowling Pin Trophy. We've got a hell of a weekend and a lot of stars. Let's get started.
Let's get to it.
By bringing the first team down. Coached by Mammoth Film Festival co-founder, Mr. Tomic Mansouri.
Give it up for Jessica Zor.
Australia's own Rebel Wilson.
Mr. Mickey Gooch.
Your friend and mine, Mr. Ryan Rotman.
He's a 5-time NBA world champion.
Wow.
The worm himself, Mr. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah! The coach of the next one, Miss Alexandra Chando.
And playing on Team Chando, Peter Fasinelli.
From Band of Brothers, Ross McCall.
And from Gossip Girl, Mr. Ed Westwick.
Let's get on to team number 3. Another co-founder, ladies and gentlemen, Theo Dumont.
He's Hogwarts bad boy, Mr. Tom Felton.
From Pitch Perfect, Alexis Knapp.
Give it up for Mr. Blair Redford.
Ben Lyons.
Mr. Shiloh Fernandez.
Now let's move to team 4. The coach, the founder, Mr. Tanner
The
Beard.
reptile
Beard. Founder of the Find Your Grind charity, The Dingo.
Miss Ashley Green Corey.
Google knows him as an Australian television personality, Paul Corey.
And Christian Madsen as well.
And finally, a man who needs no introduction, Tony Hawk. Now that we know the teams,
let's bowl!
So the way that this is gonna work is that each player from each team will bowl 10 frames in the first round. The team total will be what gets you to the final round. And the winner of that will walk home with the pin.
Up first on team 1 is Mickey Gooch. Rolling the ball down the lane. Oh!
That's a good way to kick off the game, John.
And real quick, let's talk about these amazing jerseys that all of our celebrity athletes are wearing. Unfortunately, as we're all aware, we lost one of the greatest of all time, Kobe Bryant. And so to honor that incredible human, that incredible athlete, that incredible mentor, all of the athletes here and celebrities here have decided to immortalize him with the number 24 on their back in the coloring of the Los Angeles Lakers, which he brilliantly played for his entire career.
Wow, that's knocking down 8 pins. First round, a solid 8. Jonathan Kite in Chicago.
Solid 8, me in Chicago.
Solid 8.
Solid 8.
Wow, 9 down. Not quite the last one, but still something to be proud of.
What an amazing turn of events here. Surprises around every corner and in every lane.
Tony Hawk going for his first bowl. Wow, right out the gate. It's a strike. That's what we've been looking for. Team Chando is also on the board with 2 spares and 1 strike. This is a really strong opening.
So it looks pretty even. Rebel Wilson is rolling the ball down the lane. Oh, she's gonna have a real chance here to pick up a spare.
The Dingo throwing his first ball down the lane.
The Dingo!
But you know, Team Tanner is coming out of the gate very strong, I gotta tell you. They have a strike and a spare on the board.
They remind me of the 98 Bulls. Dennis Rodman absolutely crushing it with a strike.
Thomas himself knocking down 9 pins. Wow, this is a really strong first round, Jonathan. You know, I hear a lot of people in the crowd talking. A lot of people are saying Team Tanner. A lot of people are saying Team Chando. What are you walking in thinking about?
An insider told me that it's going to come down to the very end.
It always does. Wow, Blair Redford really coming back from his piss poor opening. If anybody discounted Team Theo, get out of here.
Here she goes.
Whoa, walking away. Up at bat for Team Tanner, Paul Corey. You know, Paul is professionally trained
as an Australian entrepreneur. When I visited Paul in the Outback several years ago, he was the first person that ever introduced me to the idea of eating a burger while throwing a boomerang.
We see that Dennis Rodman and Ryan Rodman are on the same team. Are these Rodmans related?
The answer might surprise you. Yes, they are. And both Scorpios. Wow, this is exciting. I can't remember the last time I was thrilled this much. Rebel Wilson.
Whoa! Bowling in lane 1. Once again, 9 pins down. Rebel Wilson.
Whoa! Something's going on, and it's bowling.
So just a reminder of how the rules work. The total score will be tallied up every single player on the team. That will determine the winner of this round, and the 2 top teams will go on to the finals to play a one-on-one game.
Where if you don't understand bowling, it's with 10 pins, and they try to knock down all of the pins with the ball.
Jonathan, we know how bowling works.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
You got a lot of Scorpio energy going on today.
You're damn right I do.
Wow. Blair Redford really choking. He plays a superhero on TV, but he did not show he was a superhero with that.
I can't believe we found Blair's kryptonite.
Dennis Rodman trying to follow up that amazing strike he had last round. Can he do it?
I think he can.
You know, he's been on arguably the greatest team of all time. So he brings a certain energy to every team he's on. That's a true team player.
Absolutely crushing it with a strike.
Wow, it sounds like there is some action going on the court.
Whoa, crushing.
And it's out of his hands. Wow, it sounded like a strike, but there is 2 more pins up. Oh, wow!
And he does it again. So it looks like we're coming down, and people are starting on their 3rd frames at the moment. So it looks pretty even, rolling the ball down the lane. Oh.
Wow, I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but the number 1 bowler out there is Mr. Tony Hawk.
Rushing. We're going to send my co-host Chris into the field to talk to the 2nd biggest mountain here next to Mammoth itself, Mr. Tanner, the reptile beard.
If I have it correctly, Team Tanner won the tournament last year, am I right?
We did. We're coming back hoping for our 2nd victory this year. We're looking pretty good. We got the Hawk.
Is that a lot of pressure to try to follow up while being the founder of this tournament, kind of a big man on campus thing?
I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a lot of pressure in the room right now. It could also be the altitude. We're 850,000 feet up in there.
Dennis Rodman is performing.
Nicky Gooch picking up that strike, as I knew he would. The team coach herself, Chando. Whoa! Whoa! Steve Reich!
Rebel, how are you feeling out here today?
Look, I don't want to cause controversy, but I think there's something wrong with our lane. And I feel like Tony Hawk has done it deliberately. He's come in earlier this afternoon to try to sabotage our team.
Wow.
Wow, this is quite an allegation. You think this game is rigged?
This is breaking news at the Mammoth Film Festival.
I thought this was going to be a fair game, and then every time I go up to bowl, there's something wrong with the lane.
Now Rebel Wilson is up, trying to get a spare. It'll be her first spare of the game, and it will be
Is
huge
that
for
a
Team Tomic.
double strike for Peter?
It will she do it? Yeah! That's a spare from Miss Rebel Wilson! Just after claiming it was rigged. What a twist in events, Jonathan.
So it looks like we're coming down, and people are starting on their third frames at the moment.
A lot of people out there who are just really good at like everything.
Yeah. That's the society we're living in. Following it up, continuing with a strike, not far behind him at 104. We're about halfway through most of these frames for all four teams. Remember, the top two teams are going to move on to the next round.
Can we make some predictions? To me right now, it looks like it's Team Tanner versus Team Chando, a rematch of last year in the finals. That's what it's looking like to me. But I also still have faith. Wow, the tension is high. A lot of scores over 100. That's what I aim for. That's what Tony Hawk aims for. If it's good for me, and Tony, it's good for you.
My goodness. On his way to a turkey.
Down here, Jonathan, the energy.
We're going to send my co-hosts into the crowd to get your take on who's looking like the favorite right now.
Jonathan, I'm over here back in the stands with some fan theories about how this whole thing will shake out. Who do you guys think is going to win?
I like Dingo's tactic of the beanie because it's blinding the rest of the competition.
He's a gentleman and a scholar, so I think it's going to be Dingo.
Wow, you think Dingo's team is going to win, so that's a vote for Team Tanner. Wow, Dingo, the brains behind the operation. We got some fan theories. Back to you, Jonathan.
Thanks so much. We just had Paul Corey with a spare looking real good from behind.
So just a reminder of how the rules work. The total score will be tallied up every single player on the team. That will determine the winner of this round, and the two top teams will go on to the finals to play a one-on-one game.
I am great at identifying sounds, and that sounded like a strike. It might not have been out there, but right here, and I'm pointing to my heart, it was.
We got a Ben Lyons bowl.
Whoa!
A lot of power.
As powerful as he as charismatic. I'm back here at Video Village, back at camp, just marveling at this unbelievable close tournament we have.
It is crazy down here, Jonathan, the energy. You put all these brilliant people in one place, you can't help but feel this excited.
Brilliant people, brilliant Scorpios. I get it.
There's a lot of team spirit over here at Team.
Oh!
Do you believe in miracles? Mr. Tom Felton getting a strike as his team rallies behind him.
Whoa! Peter Fasinelli is absolutely crushing it on Team Chando.
People really stepped up. at the end of this tournament. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be
can
honest.
tell in the
Look at all
offseason.
these strikes and spares in the 10th frame. It's incredible. It's a record breaker, I believe. In my 3 years at the tournament, I have not seen this many strikes and spares in the 10th frame.
In my first year here, this is about what I've seen.
Alexis Knapp killing it out there. How do you feel about your chances on getting this spare right now?
Precedents would say very, very low, but I'm going to go get coached for a second, so bye.
It feels like teamwork has worked out for Team 4 before, and it might work out again. It's actually Team 3. I said the wrong team. The power! Oh, I put you in your head. It was a knee, it was a knee, it was a knee. Oh, there's an injury. It's a knee. It's an oily. It must be rigged. It must be rigged.
Chris, explain to me what's going on out there. Breaking news.
If I'm going to be honest, Mr. Dennis Rodman is holding his knee right now. Looks like there might have been an injury. We had another player sub in for him. There's a lot of drama here in Team Tomic. I'm going to be honest. There's cheating allegations. There's maybe an injury. How do you feel about this whole thing, Mr. Ryan Rotman?
Not good, not good. I mean, we lost one of our best players to a knee injury. I feel he might come back, but we're still ahead.
Wait,
if Tony would stop throwing strikes.
Rotman, that's kind of the point of the game. I just did some of the simple math in my head, and goodness is this close.
Hitting the pins where you needed them, but them not wanting to lie down. Now, the numbers have come in, and we'll see who has made it to the final lightning round of the Mammoth Bowling Tournament.
In fourth place,
Coming in with 471, Team Theo. In third place with a score of 485, Team Tomic.
and that means that your top two teams moving on to the finals are...
With 530, it's Team 3! And in first place currently is Team Tanner. That is Team Tanner versus Team Chendo.
Tanner, whoever bowls fifth, bowls last. 5 strikes and then I go. Can we get a rules clarification, please? I need a rules clarification.
Switch it. Whoever bowls fifth will bowl 10th. So you have to bowl fifth and then 10th.
Alright.
You got to go last.
So, listen, so Ross will bowl 2 balls first, and then he'll bowl 2 balls in the 6th frame, and then he's done.
How's it feeling out there? You're in the huddle right now.
I'm going to be honest,
what's
there's
the
a lot of
energy?
anticipation out here. There's a lot of concentration, a lot of focus. There's a lot on the line. People want to walk home with this pin, and it's palatable.
And here we go. Our first bowler is coming to the lane.
She just hit one barely on the side, but one is enough to keep your head in the game.
She has so much power, it would have been unfair for her to knock them all down at once. Chendo rolling the ball down the lane. Whoa. Whoa.
Jonathan, I'm getting word from our mathematicians that it looks like Chando team will have to pull off a few strikes in the 10th frame in order to catch up. Well, right down the center. Is it going to be another strike? That is a turkey for Team Tanner.
That was unbelievable.
Now, we've seen Paul Corey bowling, and he's always quite outstanding. But this year, can he really pull it off? Only time will tell.
Mr. Ed Westwick.
Wow, it sounds like there is some action going on the court.
Whoa, Russian.
Tony Hawk going for his bowl.
crushing it, my goodness. Dave-O trying to pick up that spare, and he does it again. With a smile like that, how can he not?
And it's out of his hands.
Absolutely crushing it with a strike. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Getting better every day. You can feel the energy in this room tonight. Everybody is wondering what will happen. Ross McCall! Wow!
Whoa!
And the spin on that, I tell you, Tony Hawk would be jealous. Because Tony Hawk spins a lot.
Dingo! Got it!
Wow!
Dingo walked away.
That was exciting, Jonathan. One of the most exciting moments of the night.
We were here, we watch it, and I still can't believe it. Here she goes. Ashley keeping him real close.
You know, I hear a lot of people in the crowd talking. What are you thinking about?
An insider told me that it's going to come down to the very end. Here we go, Mr. Tony Hawk.
Wow! Tony Hawk, right down the middle of the lane. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the tournament, Team Tanner! Congratulations, Team Tanner. Let me get the coveted pin. Thank you so much for coming out to the 3rd annual Mammoth Film Festival Celebrity Bowling Tournament.
We want to thank everybody for coming out and checking us out. This really helps support our nonprofit organization. That's what it's about, so we can keep doing the Mammoth Film Festival right here in Mammoth.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Mammoth Film Festival.